Fellas, what's up? It's Coach Trainer, and in this video, I wanted to talk about compounding interest and what it can mean for your business and what it can mean for your collecting journey as well. I was watching a video, one that Danny Phantom had put out, and it was talking about the compounding interest between starting a business and investing. And so he went through the sword and shield era and talked about what would have happened if you would have purchased a box at its lows, right? So you bought at the complete bottom. So what carried the sets was Evolving Skies. And, that's like a $2,500 booster box. And if you would have purchased, the Battle Styles booster box, ETBs, you purchased just the booster boxes and ETBs, you would have spent, roughly $1,000, somewhere in there, I believe, a little over, to purchase all of those at the bottom, right? And so if you were to sell at market currently, you could have $8,000. So if you would have invested that 1,000 and sold at the highest, that would have been like a 700% growth at $8,000. And that's insane gains, and you would be hard pressed to find those kinds of gains anywhere else and in like stock market and all that kind of stuff. So you can understand why Pokemon is booming. And he wanted to show you, if you were to invest in yourself, what you could have. If you were to start a business, what you could have, right? So he went into, whenever you have a business, you're just trying to buy inventory, sell inventory, and then just burn and churn and turn over, within like 6 months or so of that, inventory that you had started with. So if you would have taken that $1,000 and just say you grew that $1,000 4% every single month for 5 years. You have like 60 months there that you're growing 4% every single month. And while 4% don't seem like a lot, like it's the exact same, you'd be in the exact same place that you'd be if you just bought and hold or bought and held the Sword and Shield era booster boxes and ETBs. Okay, I want to show you something that's crazy. If you just went and gained 5% over the course of that 5 years every single month, you would have made $18,000. And that just shows you the difference in compounding growth whenever it is reinvested. And that's what happens whenever you start a business. You're reinvesting that money back into your inventory. And, that just opened my eyes to why I would rather be a like business owner than an investor, just especially starting out, you know what I mean? I can maybe be an investor later on, but I'm trying to build something, right? And so, I mean, if you're just turning that 5% into, back into the inventory, and you just keep grinding, like 5% really don't seem like a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like you're hoping, like a lot of people are talking about trying to hope, make 15%, 10% is great returns on your business. And just think if it was 10%, um, what that could be. And I just really considered what that meant for me and for my business, and actually trying to stay into Pokemon and continue this on further. And that just gave me a lot of confidence and hope for the future that I am doing the right thing by not just going out and finding the Walmart drops or the Pokemon Center drops and trying to buy an ETB or a booster box and just hold it, right? Well, one thing that isn't factored in is work and time. You can just purchase product and put it in the closet and hopefully and most likely it will go up in value as it has over the past couple years. But that's not going to always be the case, and you're not going to be seeing those kinds of returns in a down market. Where if you have a business, you could see those like 4 to 5% returns in a down market, and just kind of puts it in perspective of what rules over time, and that would be the business side, burning and churning, turning over inventory for more inventory, and just reinvesting that money. And that's ultimately kind of solidified what I wanted to do, because I've been going back and forth. I mean, having this YouTube channel is a great start because I could go into any avenue I want to, but I was really, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. If I wanted to be more of an investor, because that does seem a little bit easier, is like, oh, just buy sets at, MSRP. If you can't get it, just wait for a down market and just, buy. And it'll start going up eventually. It's like, I mean, while that seems good and all, I tried doing that in the beginning and, 5 years ago, and I quickly fell out of the hobby because it wasn't something that I was investing, a lot of time into. I was just kind of finding stuff wherever I could, and, it quickly fizzled out. And so if I'm investing some time into something and, putting some effort in, I feel like I would actually stay with that a lot longer. So, I wanted to put all of that in perspective for everybody who might be watching this, who might be interested in whether they should start a business or just invest in Pokemon. If you don't want to, put in a lot of hours and extra hours into trying to start a business and, shipping things out, buying stuff constantly, then maybe investing is for you. And if you feel like you want to stay in the hobby in the long term, and you want to, know the ins and outs, and maybe even one day be able to get distribution from Pokemon, obviously the business route would be the way to go. And as you can see in the example that I was showing, that you will see a lot higher returns starting a business. And I understand that a whole lot more than like investing and waiting for something to go down, but it could go up, that kind of thing. You know, in the business world, you're just trying to meet these certain margins, and you get what you get when you can. And I understand that a whole lot more than just buying something and holding and hoping that everybody in the future thinks that that was a good set, or has some value to it. So anyway, that's what I had for this video. If you liked what I had to say and could resonate with it, and if you have had these same exact thoughts, please leave a comment down below. I'd like to have a discussion, about what the next steps are for Co-Trainer. And if you had other thoughts and you didn't like what I had to say about doing the business side versus the investing side, dislike the video and leave a comment down below on why you'd rather go the investor route over the business route. I'd like to hear what you have to say. And if you made it to the end of this video, you probably see some of these videos over here to the side. Just click on one of those and knock yourself out watching the next video.